Boris Schlossberg, Managing Director at BK Asset Management.
BK Asset Management's Kathy Lean.
Boris Schlossberg, Managing Director at BK Asset Management.
BK.
Hello, guys. Hello. Good morning, everybody. I'm so excited to start. Let me mute myself first of all. All right, awesome. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? All right, let me get myself organized here. I need to get a bigger screen. I got some really cool stuff to show you. You guys are going to love London. All right, hang tight. Let me just organize myself because it's like the first time I'm trying to do this properly. What do we have? We have Bitcoin over here. Bitcoin popping up. I'm going to explain everything in just a minute. Good morning, RPG. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Good, doing well. All right. Let me organize this thing because I'm gonna trade two accounts. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I get this right. Templates, Claude, templates, Claude. All right, we have algo trading here. Algo trading here. We're good to go. Bitcoin, everything. Boy, this is going to look really cool because everybody sees the MetaTrader 5 platform here. I'll try to make it as big as I possibly can. It's about as big on my screen as I can get it. Good morning, Kat. Good morning, Sadiq. Oh, look at this. London calling, London coming. Good morning, guys. Everybody come and get into the room. So here's what I want to share with you guys. Those of you who were at my Trader Fest may have heard, but may not have gotten the Flash Trader trading applet, which is this applet over here. This is the applet that's going to make all the difference. I want to post this in the room. Here's the free link for you guys. For those of you guys who want to get the applet, free link to get this applet. This is the trading applet that allows you to basically mimic the MT5 platform with one great exception. You get to have the stops and targets all pre-configured. But what I'm going to show you is how we're using this applet. It's going to not only, I'm putting stops and targets 100 here for Bitcoin. I'll explain in just 1 second. But not only does it let you do this, I'm going to show you a way that I've been trading Bitcoin like a mofo. This is my P&L so far for today, trading very tiny amounts. And let's see if I can build it. And this is my P&L in gold, which is going to be traded a little bit larger, but same idea. And we're going to make we're going to make $2 targets on gold. I'm going to explain to you exactly what I do. But those of you who are scalp with me, the New York session, are going to find this very familiar in terms of what we're doing. This is just going to, for those of you who use MetaTrader 5, I'm actually curious. Good morning. What time is it in the morning? It's 4 o'clock in the morning, baby. It's like always. Hey, Czech Republic, I love it. Europe is here. Represent. Where's my South Africa people? Where's Asia people? Anybody here? Let's get your butts in here. Time to do some really beautiful trading. So everybody sees the MetaTrader 5 platform, right? Give me a yes in the room here. Let me know. Let me know if everything is super clear to you. I hope it is. Try to make it as big as possible. We're looking at gold right now, right? Gold is actually popping above. This is what you're looking at over here. Is I actually made my BFF scalper, tool, which we use for TradingView, without numbering labels. It's the only thing that I don't have without numbering labels. As a matter of fact, we're going to match Hang on a second. Let me just bear a second with me here. Bitcoin. And actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to move Bitcoin over here. And we're going to match, where's gold? These are the three things that we're going to do here. So Bitcoin is over here. Gold is going to, oh, sorry, this is gold. Maybe we'll put Bitcoin over here. This is into my trading view indicator on my scalper over here. And we can switch around between that and MetaTrader because the MetaTrader now has the exact same indicator. And if you guys are either members of BK or let me give you a link here. ACAP. If you open up any of these packages with ACAP that I wanted to give you, I will give you the MetaTrader version of this, which is obviously it's a lot easier to just simply keep it on MetaTrader than switch around between TradingView and between TradingView and MetaTrader, because everything now is going to be all in one format. Now, I want to show you, what I do. We basically scalp all day long, every day. And in the morning, I scalp against my Apex prop account, which we trade futures. But so many of you have CFDs. So many of you are non-US. I mean, futures is basically a US product. So many of you have so much more freedom to do a lot more trading. And so many of you probably have your own accounts. I'm actually, let's do a first poll of the day here. Start poll. I have a CFD trading account. Yes or no? Give me an answer here. Let's see how many of you have a CFD trading account, because this is what the London session is going to be all about. It's going to be all about you guys having a CFD trading account. Doesn't even have to be a big one. You can do as little one as $1,000 or $500. This is going to work. It's going to work on that. But I'm trading large accounts, and I'm going to show you how I can make consistent money with a large account with my scalping methodology, using nothing more than just my BFF scalping tool, scalping indicator, and my the very simple flash trader tool, not even the advanced flash trader tool. And we'll talk a little about the advanced flash trader tool later. Anyways, the link I just posted over here in TraderFest is the link. If you guys click that link, sign up for any of those accounts, or if you already have an ACAP account, just top it off to any of those levels, and I will provide you with this whole layout 100%. If you're a US customer, sorry, you're shit out of luck. If you're a US customer, you have to come to me, and I'll tell you, how we can work around that. But if you're a US customer, it's not going to be much of a use to you because you can't trade CFDs on the US. Now, I'm trading ACAP CFDs because, I have a special deal with ACAP. It's not, I'm trading on ACAP live servers, but that's because we're a partner of ACAP. But if you're a US customer, you just can't trade CFDs. So anyways, my whole point about doing a London session, is why I'm so excited, is because the rest of the world, like 99% of the world, has access to these beautiful tools. And what I do is so appropriate, or just, so absolutely precisely fine-tuned for this type of product. Because think about this. If you guys are trading CFDs, most of you, and by the way, if you don't have this, I suggest you do. You should be trading this on spread CFDs, meaning that you're not going to pay commission. If you're in a commission-based account, this is going to cost you a lot of money. So in the end, you'll be able to make the same amount of money if you expand your stops and targets. But it's much easier to do what I do if you're just like I am right now on a spread-based account. I'm actually curious, how many of you guys just type in, do you just are in an account where the spread is built in, or whether you do just say commission? Oh, there's South Africa in the house, man. South Africa, awesome. So everybody who's listening to me right now who's not a US customer, that's why we're doing it London calling, has access to everything that I'm going to show you for like nothing, for pittance. You can open up the the basic level of 500. I'll give you the basic tools. But if you want the lifetime level, then just open up the larger levels. If you want the full annual level, then just open up to 5,000. You're going to be able to get this out. I can't. There's nothing about customer service that I can do. This, like, I'm not ACAP. Whatever issues they have, maybe it was just validation. The only time, Egypt. All right. Oh my God, what time is it in Egypt? Oh, so you're like Middle East, so it's probably about 7 hours. What is that, like 10 in the morning? Yeah, somewhere around there. Wonderful. Welcome everybody. So rest of the world: Africa, North Africa, South Africa, West Africa, East Africa, Europe, everywhere. Indonesia. All right, finally, Asia is in the house. I love it. For Asia, this is great. If you're in Asia and you want to trade Bitcoin, which has just been money. I mean, just money. Let me show you. This is the Bitcoin account. Just me scalping, really, for an hour last night. Really cool. So this, by the way, sorry, I think I said that that I may have two accounts. It's not. It's the same MetaTrader account. You see, it's the same amount of money, 95,436 in both. But what I've done is I've created two instances of MetaTrader 5 on my desktop. Now, the reason I did this, just when you see me start trading, you'll understand. It's to have these two screens in front of me at any given time. Because the way I need to manage a trade, I'm going to explain it to you, is I'm going to have an entry position. And those of you who've seen me do this, in futures, have seen me do this all day long, where my first trade is very often my wrong trade. But I'm always trading very, very small size. Now, how small a size am I going to trade this with you guys? I'm going to trade with the 1/10 a lot as my starting size. So the starting size here is going to be 0.1. And then when I need to scale up, it's going to be 0.2. And this is why I need to have two of these on the chart, because I'm going to have to enter one after the other. If I'm wrong on one, I'm going to have to increase my size pretty quickly. And it's very much easier for me to increase this stuff when I have two of these charts side by side. So essentially, I have the same. What do I have? Hold on a second. 0.2. I want to make sure I have both Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin. So I'm looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is actually super cool. Let's go. We're gonna get long Bitcoin right now. I'm a little bit late on it, but you see this little green arrow. This is the first buy signal on Bitcoin in this particular upside trend. The pink or the red is the 8 period SMA. The black is the 200 period SMA. Right? You can see that over here. And I am trading 100-point stop, 100-point target for just 1/10 of a lot in Bitcoin, right? So very, very small amounts, because I need to have ample room to be able to make these trades work. Now, that is a crazy trade. Fully 17, 18, sometimes 25, sometimes even 30 points of this trade is spread. So I have to overcome 30 points of the spread, make 100, and then it's 30 points against me, and I get stopped out. This is the reason why I'm telling you have to trade very, very small. But you're going to see how, if you do this properly, I'm probably going to get tagged out on this, because I bought it a little bit too high, too late. I wanted to buy it like somewhere around over here. But if I get tagged out on this, I'm going to buy lower, and I'm happy to buy like around 91.8 and 91.7, and I'll go down all the way down to probably 91.5 if I have to, meaning that I'm going to buy all these levels down if I have to in larger size, but the actual nominal size is going to be still very tiny to be able to resolve this. In Bitcoin, I'm essentially trying to trade for a $10 win every 5-10 minutes. And you see how, within an hour, you can make $50, $100, $200 really, really quickly against an account where my margin and all of my other controls are totally in control. Now, we're going to look at gold too. Gold is trading pretty well, also above this level. I don't want to be chasing this trade, but if gold comes in, the purple arrow is my buy arrow. I remember, I'm always a retrace trader. I want to buy the dips, sell the rips. So I'm gonna buy gold over here. Gold is going against me again. I'm going to go back to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin I'm going to buy over here on a second level over here. Now what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to reset this trade, and I'm going to put it to 0.4. So if I need to, I'll have to get a little bit larger on Bitcoin, right? So here's Bitcoin. That trade is starting to work. The gold trade, and Bitcoin might go down a little bit more. I'm generally going to try and trade 1 or 2 instruments at a time. Gold is a much easier instrument to trade because gold is obviously sort of moves a little slower. Gold is a $20 trade. So if every time I win in gold, it's going to be a $20 trade. Every time I win in Bitcoin, it's going to be a $10 trade. And we're going to try to resolve as many of these sessions as we possibly can in the trading session today. So here's gold. Gold target. Now, by the way, because gold is sort of like level 1, right? Yeah, gold is like, now 2 points. You see how like it gets up to like 1 point, it's about $10. It's at about 2 points, it's about $2. Now, if I wanted to just simply close gold right now, now I made $21 in gold instead of just simply waiting for gold to let's say reach my $20 target. I don't need to because it's level 1 and I can just simply resolve it. And now all that's left for me is Bitcoin, which I'm gonna manage. So I made money on gold now. Bitcoin has just fallen down at level 3, and Bitcoin will take me sometimes 2, 3, 4 attempts, which is why you need small amounts of money, because it's hard to time, given the spreads and everything else, the trade in Bitcoin perfectly. However, because you're only going for $100 in Bitcoin and the thing moves $2,000 to $3,000 a day, it is quite easy once you get the timing right to win the trade. Okay, now I'm going to go level 4, right? So now I went level 4 on Bitcoin over here. Now I'm going to have to get a little bit larger here, 0.8, to reset myself. You're going to just watch me do the ping pong here in Bitcoin as it trades out. Looks like the upside wave here kind of died out at the 92,000 level. So we're having a much more deeper corrective move here. So I'm going to have to be a lot more patient now. This thing breaks down around 91,500, probably is going to be the level it's going to bounce at. So I'm going to obviously give myself ample room to try to work this trade out. But I bought the top in Bitcoin, which happens. Not every upside trade is going to work here. And frankly, when I woke up this morning, I absolutely wanted to sell 92,000. You know me, I like to sell highs, buy lows, but I'm trying to now trade with trend with you guys, but on a retrace basis. In other words, I'm trying to buy dips in trend. I'm gonna have to buy another dip over here. Now this thing has gone negative trend already, but it has all this support around the 91,500 level. So I'm pretty confident that it's going to, maybe take 2 or 3 times, but it's going to bounce off of here. And it's going to help me resolve this trade. But you see, with Bitcoin, the thing just moves like lightning. It's basically a minute a trade here. Okay, so now we're at 700. I'm going to try to buy the 700s, and I'm going to reset this and go back to 1.6 because we're now at 0.8. So you see, it quickly gets a little bit larger, and you have to have size and scale to start, which is why you always have to start small, because sometimes, like right now, it's like I basically have 4 or 5 wrong trades in order for me to resolve this trade. So this panel over here is the one that's live. This one is the next setup over here. How many monitors do I need? This is one monitor. Well, what you guys are watching is just one monitor, but I obviously have 3 other monitors for for other things. All right, this thing is really, really popping down. I'm looking, Bitcoin, like everything that's high risk trade, is going to sometimes create a really, really big move one way, and then it will just quickly create a reversal move the other way. So I am, I just got myself deeper here on the reversal move, but I'm going to have to wait. I'm hoping it bounces off the 700 level. You see over here, here's the take profit over here, guys. Now we're finally starting to get a little bit higher. So we need to, our entry is 606, take profit is 806. We're at 706 is our entry. So, you're watching this over here. It looks like it's, we're going to fall a little bit harder. Basically, I'm basically buying effectively in Bitcoin every 100 points down. Hoping I can get a bounce, but I'm coming into a very, very big support area over here that I think should hopefully clear me. Now, if you're trading this with like a $10,000 account, you obviously have to do this at 1/10 the size that I'm doing, 0.1 starting as you're doing this, because it can get large very quickly. And frankly, this was a bad sequence for me to start with, but I wanted to show you the process and get you going. All right, it definitely feels like it wants to test the 500. That's where it's going to get the. So we're going to get ready for the 500 buy here and see if we can get a bounce back off the 500s. All right, I bought the 517s. We're going to reset this. I'm going to go to 6, 4. Oh, it's not letting me go. Oh no, I don't know why it's not letting me go for more than 5. Maybe it's maybe I ran myself out of margin here. Okay, we're gonna go to just 5 lot over here if I have to. Okay. Reset. I'm gonna go to download. Nope, I can't go more than 5. I guess they have a limit on size, so I have to do it single lot size. All right, this one is 64, 65 points, 75 points. We're looking for 100 points. We need a take profit is going to be 575. There we go. And that resolved, in a pretty ugly fashion, by the way, because I sort of started my trade very, very, very badly up top here. But it's okay. We're gonna keep going with the trade right now. Now the trade has actually, we're going to go reset ourselves back up to 0.10, 0.1, 0.2. I guess they have a gate on how big a size of Bitcoin you can trade, because it's so volatile. I wanted to short it right up here because now it's in a negative trend, and now any bump above here is going to be a sale. So I'm going to go into the sell mode. Okay, I'm a little bit late on the sell mode. Okay, so I started this, now I started as a sell mode. Hopefully this will be a first trade that I can resolve quickly here. How do you trade Bitcoin without a big count? It would have to move insane pips. Yeah, well, it's moving. What I'm saying is you can match what I'm doing on a 10,000 by doing 0.1 instead of 0.1. Okay. Sorry, now I want to go. If this thing goes up, I definitely want to be a seller here. So the trend now is negative, and I'm trying to basically sell the highs in this thing. I wanted to sell it over here, which would have been the right trade, but I was just a little bit late in my approach. So I sold it a little bit late. If this thing pops back up, I'm going to be selling it over here, trying to get it back on track. Yeah, I mean, it moves insanely, and you obviously don't have to trade it for 100 points with these big spreads. But the key point that I'm trying to make is that when you're scalping, you're able to make small money very quickly over and over and over again, and it becomes your relative risk here is actually very, very small. Even in my worst situation, I was only down about $400, and the only reason I got I'm like negative right now on the day is because I didn't realize that I tapped out at 5 Bitcoins. That's the maximum they let you buy on an account. So I'll have to keep that in mind now. Next time I'm trading, I got a little too aggressive on the buy sells. I should have paced myself on the buys and waited till the key level of the 500, which is where I knew was going to be a big bounce. Bitcoin really, really respects round number levels. So if you're not kind of as profligate as I was over here, if you sort of paced yourself out, you could have easily resolved these trades with less levels. Now we're sort of consolidating. This is it's trying to find a bottom over here at this 500 level. Probably the best trade would have been exactly what I did, which was buy to 500. But I'm now going the other way. I'm now short this thing because the overall trend is negative, with the 8 period being underneath the 200 period. So I'm going to try to sell this back around. I don't think Bitcoin is having a hard time around 92,000. So I'm happy to sell as much as I can at the 92,000 level. But my entries right now are just a little bit off my game in Bitcoin. But the beautiful thing about Bitcoin is that, now I'm just watching. I'm watching gold here, guys, and which is a much easier trade to do for us, and much slower and much more viable for you guys, by the way, because it requires much less margin and stuff like that. So I'm happy to focus on gold here. It's a little bit too far away for me to buy the dip here. I would have loved to have sold the 2630s over here as a trade. It would have been much easier. But now I'm going to have to just be a little bit patient on the gold entries. Here's Bitcoin trying to come back down. One of the cool things about this little thing is you can just adjust the target if you wanted to like 90 instead of 100, whatever. You can adjust it to anything super quickly. You see how I just simply change the number? I can go to 85 if I want to, and it super quickly will adjust. And this will help me, TP my first level pretty quickly. And we should be there. We're there. Got to make spread. Got to make spread. Got to make spread. Boom. Makes the spread. Okay, so Bitcoin starts to come down a little bit. And actually, as I said, the trade in Bitcoin is to the downside until we get, excuse me, you can trade my setups both as a trend trader or as a counter trend trader. I'm always love to trade counter trend. So I'm actually going to try to see if I could buy this at around 91,000 on a bounce back. If this comes all the way down to 91,000, it's going to be really, really stretched away from the moving averages, really, really far away. And it's going to give me a chance to establish, like a pretty good initial entry on the trade. As a matter of fact, one of the very cool things here is that this is one of the things where we can use Flash Trader Plus as our trade. Let me show you what Flash Trader Plus does. If I go Flash Trader Plus, this obviously gives us multiple levels. But what we're going to do is we're just going to simply keep it simple. It's going to keep one. I'm going to just initiate my trade here, and the pending price I'm going to make is like, say, 91,100, right? And I'm going to make a buy over here, and it's going to just simply leave myself. Oops, sorry, I got the wrong cancel. I want the wrong size. I want the size to be 0.1. Okay. 91,100. Look how cool this is. I can just simply hit buy, and now I have a pending order here at 91,100. So if it comes all the way down here, it's going to be a really, really cheap scoop up for me, because I'm going to counter trend this. I'm going to buy the dips here. if it goes all the way down there, and that'll initiate my trade, and then I can always rotate between the two trades back and forth, back and forth. So this is a great tool for pending orders if you want to use Flash Trader Plus, which has pending orders possibilities inside of it, as well as all this other stuff you can do. Meantime, gold. Gold is gold. We're going to try to initiate a sell at these levels. I like the sells here. I'm going to sell gold here. See, gold, my P&L on gold is nice and clean here. I'm going to sell the gold at the highs here. Again, why? Because the moving averages are really separated from each other. We're at the 2630 level. It goes to 35. I'm happy to sell a lot more there because I think it's going to, it's going to find a little bit of a correction there. So I like to sell them high, buy them low, because that's my approach. But you can try to buy with a trend if if it came into the dips over here, if you're much more of a trend trader. The cool thing is this indicator and this strategy can work either way. So I've established my my gold position here to the short side, probably a little bit early. Happy to sell it higher and more. And with gold, as you can see, the margin, the size, everything is much more controlled. With Bitcoin, you really kind of have to, you can't get too large on your sizes because the brokers don't let you have too many Bitcoins because they're so volatile. Looks like I was, buying the 91,200. What was the low here? Well, you probably could have gotten, I was wondering, could you have gotten the low? No, low was 207. You didn't, yeah, 207. You couldn't have gotten the 200. So it still keeps going down. We're going to stay patient here. And our first initial trade is going to be 91,100 as our position, because I'm basically trying to buy a super strong sell-off, waiting for a bounce back, right? That's my strategy here. So we're going to give this a shot. We can watch the gold out of the corner of our eyes. We're short gold at 31, 33 stop, 29 target. If gold goes 35, I'm happy to sell it more there. It goes 40, I'll be even happier. Pretty confident I'll be able to resolve gold pretty nicely. The whole point is when you're scalping, the key thing that you want to try and do is get the highest possible price on the sell side, the lowest possible price on the buy side, flip it over, try to do it again, flip it over, try to do it again. With small size, coming into your position more than once if you have to. The Bitcoin sequence that I just resolved was a very ugly sequence, but generally I want to resolve my sequences within 1 or 2 trades. And you do that 5-10 times during an hour. If you do it 5 times during an hour with gold, it's $100 in that hour. If you do it with Bitcoin, another $100. Very, very consistent profit with, again, relatively controlled risk. You're never gonna, you're not looking at thousands of dollars of losses. Like, as I said, the worst that I was at Bitcoin at those huge sizes was minus $400, and that was a very badly executed sequence before I finally corrected it. So, I think the beauty part of it is you have the tool to do this, so it's all preset for you. It's all ready to, it's super easy because it's a single click action, which is exactly what I showed you, and it allows you to just any given time of the day, you could come to the computer and see if you could try to make a couple of $100 in a very, very methodical fashion. So right now, I'm short gold at a okay level. I don't love it, but I'm happy. I'm happy as my initial level. I'm trying to buy Bitcoin at the 91,000 level, but it looks like it's finding support here right in front of me, so I don't get a chance to maybe execute my trade. This is the first reversal signal in Bitcoin, trying to come back up. So let's go back to gold here for a second. All right, gold we got taken out on the gold position. Right, and now I want to sell it at the 33 level with a 35 stop, and reset this one to 0.4. As I said, if it starts climbing to 35, that's going to be hopefully level 3, I'll be able to resolve the trade. Maybe I'll be able to resolve it here at the 33s, and if it comes back down. Gold is a much easier trade to make because it's only 0.10. It's just 10 cents spread, very tight. Margins are much easier. If Bitcoin requires size to trade, or you have to trade it with ultra small size if you have a small account, but it's a lot of fun to trade. Gold is a little bit slower, but it's far more manageable. And you're making $20. The whole idea is you're making $20 trades. You're trading $2 stop, $2 target, and all of this is all preset for you. So you just simply click the button and you're all set to go. All right, here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin making a turn right around here. So I'm going to cancel my position. Just watch where Bitcoin wants to go. Bitcoin to me is still very much sell the rally trade, but we could have a little bit of a V-shaped move here. And frankly, if I'm going to initiate a short, now a short would be with the direction of this trend, because the large trend, we're below the large trend. We're starting to create a V-shape. Where would I want to initiate my short position in gold? Basically at around 91,500, at right over here. This was the prior level of resistance. It's a nice round number. If it rises up there, I'm happy to initiate my first short position in Bitcoin at that level. But I'm neither there nor here. So I either want to be sort of a seller at 91.5 or a buyer at around 91,000, looking for for my trades. In the meantime, you see the cool thing about like working two trades is once you've set up the sequence, you don't even have to look at the gold trade until you either get stopped or you get resolved. And that's the beauty of the whole thing. And these things can be programmed to do a lot more than just do a single trade. But I love doing single trade scalps. What I mean is single exit scalps. These things can do multiple exits, go to break even, all sorts of other stuff, which I'll be showing you guys this whole week as all the functionality of this. As I said, does Flash Trader works only in ACAP? No, it works with anybody. This particular version works with any, and it has both MT5 and MT4. Here's the link to Flash Trader, and here's the link to ACAP. Okay, so the thing about this is the Flash Trader that I'm giving you, that has a 30-day expiry. But if you want the lifetime version, and if you really want to trade it hard and you want to trade it with me, with full training, just open an account with ACAP or top off your account with ACAP. Here's the question mark. No, it does not. The answer is no. Does not. It works with any MetaTrader 4 or any MetaTrader 5 platform. So we're kind of dying out over here. You see, it's just tempting as it is for me to run it at the 500 level. I just can't get the levels now, and I'm trying to be a little bit more, selective with Bitcoin, because because I was so unselective in the first process, just to kind of show you the sequence that I want to show you better techniques and better entries. Gold is slow and steady up to 35s, which is fine. I'd love, nothing more than I'd love for it to get up there, and I'll be happy. I'll have a lot more confidence starting my shorts at the 35s. But these are small level shorts, which allow me to get larger at the better prices. What am I, 20? I'm at 20 on gold, so I want to be 40. So if we get up to like 35s and higher, what's my stop is 35.06. Yeah, if I get up to 35 or higher, I'm absolutely going to get in there on the sell side. All right, let's switch around. I know what we can do. We can do a pending order. I don't know why I'm putzing around. Let's just do 91,500 on the sell side. We'll just do a pending order here. This way, he gets up to this level. We'll sell it. If it comes back down to 91,000 level, I'm definitely going to initiate a buy sequence. You guys able to see the numbers here on the thing? 31. So just to kind of let you know, I was already ahead of my trade in gold. If I go into the gold trade, right, gold has finally kind of turned itself down. I didn't have to go to the 35 level. But if you look over here, basically at 20, I lost 20. So if I'm at 27, I'm ahead. If I wanted to close my trade right now, I could, and I would have a winning P&L trade. And as a matter of fact, let me just do that with you guys. I'm being greedy here because I'm not I wasn't paying attention to gold. I should have taken 28s. We'll see if we're gonna let this trade either come to full target or just gonna stop me out. I'm gonna have to fight this a little bit longer. The proper trading technique would have been just simply take the quicker profit and then try to reset at a higher level and try to get myself into a lower risk, better trade entry position. That's really annoying. All right, I'm going to close this out. I took 5 out of this thing. It's not pretty. I could have taken the full 20, but you see my P&L on gold is 25 for the day. Obviously, better condition. If gold goes back up to the 35 level, which it very well may, I'm going to be happy to start the process again. Try to capture another 20 points out of it, $20 out of it. Gold is definitely a much easier trade to trade. Much less cycles, many more moves. Bitcoin is clearly much more volatile, and but it's a lot more fun too. So the other thing that I like to trade, if you see this, you see how like this purple comes up. If I get a higher high on the purple, in other words, 2 purples, one is here, one is over here. That's actually a good turn trade. And I probably want to go long Bitcoin because it's likely going to reverse itself, to the upside. Or at very, very worst, if it's a sort of a fake out move on the reversal, I want to initiate my buying protocol here because that's generally a sign that there is it's finding a bottom here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to cancel this out. What's happening here is if you look at the price action and the indicator, is that Bitcoin is not selling off much more. So if I really want to right now, right, what I can do is I can just see if this candle closes. I'm going to put a buy on. If this candle closes green, right, this candle closes green at the end of this cycle, I'm going to be in the trade. It's going to put me in the trade. I just did a candle close entry, 2, 1, boom, I'm in the trade. So my first initial buy position was initiated essentially automatically by this robot, which is really, really cool as far as trades go. Now, is it could it retrace back on me because of spread? Absolutely. That's why I have a backup over here, and I'll just I'll start buying it over here because I'm basically making an assumption here that we sort of found a little bit of a bottom with a higher low, and I want to be buying these dips for a possible turn up. Having started my position essentially at 300, I wanted to start at 91,100, but never let the perfect be the enemy of the good. Another thing I absolutely love is when you have I've been watching this. If I have a red arrow a sell arrow that's not making a fresh low, that's a great buy. I love to buy this dip. If I bought this one over here, what was that? The close was around 320. That could have easily resolved for me. I should have been watching this a little bit more carefully, but I was just doing the gold trade. With Bitcoin, you really can't take your eye off the ball. You know, with gold, we can be a lot more relaxed about our positions, but with Bitcoin, I'm going to have to just probably manage this thing because it requires 3, 4, 5 times to resolve it properly. It's probably going to stop me out over here. All right, I'm going to do 2. I'm going to get rid of this. We're going to just put the flash trader, the simple flash trader on here. And we want the size, next size is going to be 0.4 over here. Is my on the sequence. So if this, if this doesn't resolve, I'm going to have to do it at 0.4. But as you can see, look, I bought the bid here and we're not bad. We have like 65. So we just, our TP is going to be 410. So let's see if we can get up to 410. It's got to be 410 on the bid, which is got to be about 430, 440 on the offer. So we'll have to see. But you see how fast and cool this thing really pops up. Like, it really creates these really awesome quick moves. Yeah, they sweep the us 4.6. So if we're like around 430, this is probably going to get me done. And there we go. Huh? Oh, so close. I guess the spreads are really crazy, huh? All right, you know what? I closed it out at plus 91, which is just as good. So that was again a positive trade that resolved, right? It wasn't fully 10 points. It was like plus 7 points, but it fully resolved. So that's the, you can't really see the numbers. Which numbers are you talking about? These numbers? Hold on a second. Let me try this something here. Can you see these numbers? I mean, this is as big a screen as I can possibly make it for you guys. What numbers are you talking? What numbers can you not see, Peter? Can you see the flash trader numbers? These numbers, you should be able to see this. Somebody give me a yes or no that you can or you cannot see these things. One's on the left. Like, can you describe it? What is the ones on the left? What does that mean? You talking about these numbers? Oh, you can't see the. I'm sorry. Oh, I wonder. Can you make? Does anybody know if you can make the? Can you adjust the? Is that what you're talking about, Peter? The actual price levels of Bitcoin? You can. They're over here. They're expressed over here, as you can see. Right? You're talking about this, the actual Bitcoin numbers, right? Is that what you're talking about? Everybody else chime in. I know this is hard to see, but I don't think we can. I can make the. Does anybody know if I could adjust? Let me go to properties. I don't think you can do big font. Unfortunately, that's MetaTrader. It doesn't allow you. Common. Yeah, it doesn't let you do this. I don't think MetaTrader can. So you have to watch the numbers over here. What the exact the price is being shown right over here. Okay, that's cool. Even if I made the chart bigger, you guys still won't be able. This is full screen. You still can't see these numbers on the side, right? But I'm happy to make the chart as big as possible if you want. We can definitely do that. I do the same thing over here. I know it's frustrating, but that is just the aspect of MetaTrader that's That's maddening. Anyways, you see, oh, look at this. I covered the gold a little bit early, and it fully came in. The more important part that I kind of wanted to explain to you is, what is the methodology behind scalping? Why is scalping such a great strategy? Why does Flash Trader the perfect tool for scalping? And why is my indicator, which I made, a really good two-way scalping indicator, meaning that you could trade with trend, you can trade against trend in 100 different ways. And all of that comes down to the point, my personal way of trading. What I think about gold, well, we just made money in gold, right? We just scalp gold. Now, don't ask me what I think with directions of stuff goes. I'm happy to tell you, but my opinion is worth as little as everybody else's opinion. Nobody fucking knows, and nobody can tell you. The reason why I want to teach you scalping is because it's the only degree of certainty in trading. It's the only way to operate in trading, in my opinion, with a high degree of confidence and certainty, because you can control what happens in the next minute. You cannot control what happens in the next hour, or certainly the next day. Scalping is equivalent to predicting the weather in the next second of your life, which is a lot more highly confident than predicting the weather in the next month of your life, which is highly not, right? What does that mean? You can't really see anything except the white screen. Do you not see the candles? Do you not see the indicators? I can make these things a little bit thicker, guys, actually. Properties. Okay, this is the black. Is this a little bit easier? Colors. This is a little easier to see. Give me a yes or no. I really, the people who are complaining, I really need feedback. And people who are not, I need to know if your complaints are legitimate or they're full of shit. Because everybody who's silent, I want to make sure that you absolutely can see everything I'm doing. Okay? So if you can see it clearly, and whoever's complaining got a shitty screen or whatever it is, then I need to know this. But if everybody is having a hard time seeing what I'm showing you, then I need to know that. Okay? Because it's completely useless for me to talk about something unless everybody, can see clearly what I'm doing, because that's the whole essence. I want to teach you how to scalp. I want to teach you how to make money like I do every single day. So let me see if I can actually, hang on a second. Let me see if I can template, save this. Come on. Yes. Let me put this. Let me see if this is going to work. Yeah, cool. All right. So, so this is a little sharper, right, guys? This is a little sharper. You guys vibing it? Okay, so this is sharper and bigger. Now you still don't see the prices of gold. So gold, just watch the prices of gold over here. But gold is found a little bit of support around the 230 level. But here's what I want to keep your attention on. The green arrows show you the uptrend moves. The purple arrows are the counter trend moves, right? So when the price just starts to create a trend, when the red, which is the short term, starts to separate from the black right around here, the absolute best trade to do, in my opinion, because I'm a retrace trader, is to buy the purples. I love to buy the purples because you're buying it cheap. You're buying a dip in what is potentially an uptrend, right? As the trend develops. However, as the trend matures, as you get wider and wider on your separations, the really good trade to do is to start to sell the greens. Now, this is my approach. Now, if you're a momentum trader, you're actually going to do the exact opposite. If you're a momentum trader, what you're looking for is confirmation of momentum. And you're going to say, oh, when it gets early over here, I want to be a buyer of greens. I want to, the candle to if it goes green, I want it to be a buyer of it. And the cool thing about Flash Trader is it can actually design for momentum. Like, let me show you a good example of this. Okay, I'm gonna put myself into a trade here, tiny little size. And what this is doing now is it's waiting for the candle to close. if the candle is going to be green, in this case, it is. It was green, but didn't quite cross the moving average. So, it didn't work perfectly. But the point is, it would only trigger a trade if the candle is green, right? And this, if you're a momentum trader, this creates a really easy way for you to enter a trade on the close of the candle if you wanted to have that functionality. But if you're a fade trader, if you're a counter trend trader like I am, and you want to be selling tops, buying bottoms, I just simply wait, for this thing to pop. Now, the other reason why I kind of did not want to buy this as a move is because you see this is sort of a lower high. It's not quite, it's really come off the highs, and this green is really not as high as it can be on the moves here. Okay, everybody says you guys can see. So buying this is an okay trade, but I don't love the trade. If you're buying this trade, you kind of have to prepare yourself to maybe, keep buying it as it comes back down to the support level. Now, since I'm a counter trend trader, I'm much more interested in waiting to see if this thing rallies to the 35s, creates another big green pop label, and I'll be happy to sell it. How does it compare? It's much easier, in my opinion, to Bollinger Bands are fixed around the moving average. It's sort of the same idea, but the moving averages to me are they're the most basic primitive description of price levels. See, all price action moves in waves, right? And a moving average is just a wave of price action. And what I'm looking for, because every single minute of the day, every single action of the day is a little bit different. When I'm using moving averages, it makes it much easier for me to actually handicap visually what's going on, so I can make my decisions based upon the data as it's given to me right now, instead of having some kind of a fixed standard deviation point that I have in Bollinger Bands. So I like the fact that this is literally one level removed from pure price action. It's as clean and pure as you can get, without just looking at naked charts. So to me, that's why I like using just moving averages instead of Bollinger Bands. They give you a better, cleaner move. Now, what do we see over here? We have a 33 top, right? So this thing gets up to the 33 level. I'm going to short this double top very, very comfortably if it gets up there, up to this level. But to do that, I have to wait. Now, look at this. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, remember I told you it made a nice big turn. It showed you there was going to be a big turn. And if you wanted to use my methodology for a much better, much easier trade, if you said, oh, I don't want to be trading for 100-point scalps. I want to be trading for maybe 1,000-point scalps. You could have established this position on smaller size, right over here in the 33s, and ran it all the way up to 500 points, right? That's great. There's a lot of people who do this really, really well. And that's the beauty of using all this indicator and using these tools to be able to do this. You could have done that with the Flash Trader Plus tool, which is the more sophisticated tool that allows you. Let me just sort of show you what that does. If I go into the Flash Trader Plus tool, right, I could have bought this. I could have had, like let's say, 1,000-point stop, 500-point target on the first target, 1,000-point target on the second target. It would have taken profit at the first target, automatically moved to break even, and managed to trade that way. So the beautiful thing about the Flash Trader Plus is it can do lots more sophisticated stuff. I'm just keeping things simple here on the scalping basis, especially as we start the London trade sessions, in order to be able to, in order to be able to just simply scalp my way around it. So hopefully that's that's a little bit clear to you. Now, this thing is, by the way, I was like, I really want to short this thing. All right, you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to open up a trade. I'm going to start my short around the 91800. Let's see if I'm right here. My trade cycle here. So, oh, damn it. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that. Sorry, guys. I had, reset. I didn't have one. I don't know why I didn't have, because I was changing. this is the problem with me. If I'm changing stuff in the middle and I didn't realize that I didn't have my stops and targets preset, it will automatically go to the original preset stop. All right, doesn't matter. Helps us to get in here again. Sell try to sell the 800s level, which I should have sold the 900 level, because I remember I said 92,000 is the level that I want to short. But I'm starting my trade here at 10. If it doesn't work, I'll sell the whole store higher. No problem with it. But again, trading with Bitcoin, unless you you saw me like zero in on a perfect entry, you got to be really, really on the game. I should have been a seller here. I'm late, so now maybe I'm lucky and this thing comes back down and it resolves itself. And if I'm not, the fact I'm late, I'm gonna have to pay the price and try to re-short here and maybe get a little bit higher here. At around 92,000, it's going to fall. It's absolutely going to fall. I don't check the higher time frame, no, because there's no need to. I'm operating. I know the levels. All it does is, it's going to show me on a 5-minute level or anything else that this is the high of the day. You can see the highs of the day, lows of the day on the 1-minute chart, as you can easily see them on a 1-hour chart. And I'm not trading against higher levels of support. I'm trading against the most immediate visceral support and resistance levels, which is where the 1-minute price action gets done. The dealers know the retail wants to run it to 92,000. They'll be happy to sell it to them and take it back from them. Okay, that's how the whole game works. Sell to retail and buy it back. On a quick loop. That's what I do all day long. Now again, I told you I had a bad entry here, right? So now we're gonna have to probably sell the 900s in order to be able to get into the proper cycle of this trade. But we'll see. Trading Bitcoin this way is much more about trading, absolute levels, and using the indicator to kind of help you find the turn points, right? The turn points of the move. And because you're fighting so much spread, right? I'm fighting spread so much. You're almost by definition gonna miss the first 1, 2, 3 levels. So that's why you got to go slow. But the point is, the better we are at picking the first level, the easier it is to make that that quick 10 points, 10 points, 10 points, 10 points. That's my TP 687. So I'm just put my TP at 90 here to get myself to 697. Basically, see if this thing drops below the 700 level. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath. Bitcoin is definitely consolidating. It's definitely trading it looks like it wants to test the double top over here. So my opportunity was over here, not over here. I kind of missed my opportunity because on a bad entry, but that's fine. Let me just take a look at gold to see what gold is doing. Gold slowly. Now gold gets up to 33. I definitely want to be a short there. We can watch gold over here too. Bitcoin trading 91,000. But it's cool, right? I mean, it's really cool. Like once you start to see levels and absolutes and techniques, how you can do this 3, 4, 5 times in an hour's time and really, really get it going. Now, I don't want to trade silver. It's not nearly as liquid. It's not really. There's only 3 things I want to trade: gold, Bitcoin, and NASDAQ during European session. That's the only things that kind of just really move around. I haven't even done NASDAQ, frankly. Let me see this. Hide all. This is NASDAQ. NASDAQ is making a turn here too. You see how you have the purples getting a little bit higher? So NASDAQ is kind of an interesting. So NASDAQ we try to trade with 10-10, but I didn't want to just get you into too many instruments at this point. But we're definitely going to trade NASDAQ as well. I'll create templates, for NASDAQ. Looks like Bitcoin is getting close to my entry, and there it is. And see, Bitcoin made it, made it swing. So, 3 cycles resolved for you guys, right? 3 cycles resolved. If I did this properly, it'd be like net 30 on Bitcoin and net 35 on gold as far as it goes, right? It doesn't. There's no correlation, guys. You guys are all overthinking the trading. You're all overthinking the trading. It doesn't matter what correlates with what. It doesn't matter, what's going on. What you need to understand is that each instrument has its own internal buy, sell, supply on a short-term basis, and it's operating on key levels, key turns, and proper size. And what you want to be doing is you want to be just, at least you either want to be buying strong momentum moves in the move, or you want to be just buying the dips in an uptrend, or selling the rips in a downtrend. In other words, you want to be on the opposite side of whatever is the near-term trend at the best possible price. The strategy here isn't to be correct on direction. The strategy here is to be correct on the trade, right? I don't know if it's going to go up or down, but I think probabilistically, I'm going to have a much higher chance of winning on an up trade or a down trade if I keep going with a cycle. So in this case, I had a 2-cycle trade, I think, right? That resolved itself nicely, right? Or maybe it was even a 1-cycle trade. I don't remember. But you see what I'm saying to you guys? It was a 1-cycle trade because this one just simply got clipped out on bad stuff. This one was like a 6-cycle trade, which was badly done because I entered it badly. I didn't execute properly, so on and so forth. This one, on a turn to the other side, to the upside, was just simply a 2-cycle trade. We bought it here. We got stopped on the first cycle, and the second cycle resolved for us. So that's like a 2-cycle trade 5-6 times in an hour is where you're going to make all your money. That's where that's what makes it so much easier to trade. And on the overall, my overall tone here was 92,000 was clearly a resist point on the overall level. You could see this on a big level. So once you get close to those levels, you want to be a seller. 91,000, 500 was clearly support, right? So once it gets to those levels, you want to be a buyer. The point is, you don't know how many times it's going to take you to be a winner to be a buyer, how many times it's going to take you to be a winner to be a seller. But as long as you're trading small and you're flipping that over, that's how you make money. Like I made money today, guaranteed for you guys. There's no other strategy I can feel that confident in doing it. Does that make sense? What's the difference between Flash Trader? Flash Trader Plus is a much more advanced version of Flash Trader. It has a lot more functionality. And as you guys come hang out with me in London and you trade with me every single day, you'll I'll describe the functions of Flash Trader Plus. And by the way, please, anybody who's got friends in London or friends in Africa, or friends who are traders or friends who have never traded before and want to see how trading is done in real time, real numbers, come, bring your friends over. Because we're going to try and, I'm making a commitment to do this with you guys Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every week. And with Bitcoin moving up so much, it's like the perfect instrument for us to trade. What we want is a hot, volatile instrument, and we're going to make money out of it like there's no tomorrow. That's the key thing. I just have a version of my BFF scalper, which is a MetaTrader 5 version on the chart, and that indicator, I'll happy to give it to you if you guys open an account with ACAP or top off the account with ACAP. Here's the ACAP link. So if you get any of these packages in ACAP, I'll give you this indicator that goes on here as a compliment. I actually made it just yesterday for everybody. It's the same thing that people who are trading with me have on the this one. It's this one that we trade during the New York session, but but I just made it specifically for MetaTrader. Cool. Everybody likes this. All right, look at gold. Look at gold. Gold is now at 34s, right? I want to sell gold. Where's my gold? Let's start with 0.1. Sell gold. So I'm going to be selling gold at this, around this double top area. Is it going to blow through me? Possibly. Who knows? Who cares? I'm happy to initiate the trade around the 35s because somewhere between 35 and 40, the fucking thing is going to fall, and I'm going to take the money back. So let's see. Gold is let's see if I can resolve the gold cycle with you guys while we're kind of watching what Bitcoin wants to do. Bitcoin failed here. Bitcoin failed here. I think Bitcoin is probably going to start failing here somewhere. But yeah, I should have been a seller here. But it's fine. We're going to leave Bitcoin alone. Right now, Bitcoin is in no man's land, and I really don't want to putz around with it. So either we're going to come down to this 91,000 level, and we're going to start, we're going to start our trade cycles here, or we're going to rally back up 92,000, and I'll start a cycle there. For now, I'm just going to leave Bitcoin alone. Let's go look at gold on the cycle. It's just not much going on here. But I got to tell you, gold is like, if you don't want to be psychotic and you don't want to trade 1,000 times and you don't want to trade small sizes, gold is by far the easiest product to trade during this time frame using my methodology. And as I said, you can trade it both ways. If you're a trend trader, look at this. 41% of you guys don't have a CFD account. Look at this. So does anybody, does that mean that you don't have a trading account? All right, we'll run the poll tomorrow. Maybe I'll clarify. You see, by the way, so if you're a momentum trader, right? This, by the way, not a great short for gold, because here's what I want to show you. You have the purple line here. The purple line here. This is a momentum signal in gold, right? It's a momentum signal in gold. This one is a little bit high. It's higher. It's giving you a higher low here, although it's definitely working. What's my TP on this? Oh, whoa, this is the wrong, damn it. Okay, so here's the cool part. Because I screwed up my, look at this, look how cool this is. Because I screwed up my, this was, this applet, I had put a fresh applet on there, so it had the default stops and targets. But look how quick it was for me to change the stop from 20 to 2. So I just realized I had the wrong stops and targets on it right away. It still didn't reach anywhere near my take profit target. But look how quick it was for me to change from like 20 target to 2 target. That's why these applets are just so useful and so cool. They help you scalp all day long because they make trade entry and execution instant. If you can have trade entry and execution instant, you're in great shape. So anyways, what I was saying is this purple arrow is a little bit higher. So that means there's actually like a buy impulse here. There was a strong buy impulse here. So we may go a little bit higher here before we resolve it. We may go to the 36, 37s layer. And you see how this green arrow is a higher low than this green arrow. That's another signal that possibly we could go a little bit higher. We'll see. It might die out over here, but the point being is that this is the reason why you start small and you don't fret the fact that that this may not work at this level. All of this is just giving you peripheral information that's kind of interesting, and especially interesting if you're a momentum trader. If you're a momentum trader, you're like, maybe I'll take this momentum trade because it's giving me a higher low. You see how all these green arrows are higher than the one prior. That would have kept you in a strong uptrend if you were a trend trader. If you're a counter trend trader, you had to look at these big levels to initiate your trade. Just like, I initiated my trade here a little bit early, and the second level is the one that resolved for a full P&L. I may have initiated this one a little bit early too. So we're having this big struggle here between in the 33 level, between kind of resolving down to 31s or maybe pushing high towards the 36s. But if we get up to the 36s, I'm very comfortable getting larger at this size because that's going to give me a much better second stage entry into this position to help me resolve it. I don't know. I don't know about that, Gordon. So questions, anything else that's on your mind, guys? We're short. Hi, Boris, how many times can you double down to resolve a trade? Great question. Okay, let's put this up here. How many times can you use? It seems this approach might not be allowed on a funded account, as martingale strategy typically prohibited. Well, this is for people who want to trade. This isn't for pussies who trade prop accounts like I do and everybody else. This is for people who have actual money. They want to trade and want to make money in their actual account where you don't have any of those restrictions. Okay. I'm not trading this for prop. I need to understand this. This session is for real traders. I'm kidding you guys, but the point is that this is a session for when you have your own account, you want to trade this, and you want to have a high confidence level in making money every day. Do you want to make money every day is a question. Do I want to make money every day and control my risk and control my account? Do I want my account to grow by $100 every single day? Imagine, just sort of let you an idea. It doesn't sound like it's a lot. $100 every day is $25,000 in a year if you do this for now. Imagine making $25,000 an hour's worth of your time. That's what scalping has the potential to promise you as a trade. And this is the approach. And you don't have to do, I do Bitcoin because it's a lot of fun, right? You don't have to do Bitcoin with me, but gold is just an excellent tool for this type of approach, of trading, taking, $2, $20 trades out of gold. You have ample margin. Look at how tight small the margin is. $260 to $63 on my initial trade. Even if I went 10 times my trade, that's only $2,000. So if you have a $10,000 account, you are fully capitalized to trade gold. With Bitcoin, obviously, it gets a lot more insane. And Bitcoin also, I didn't realize the brokers actually cap you. The brokers don't let you trade more than 5. So Bitcoin now popped up over here. So now we're in really good shape, 91,000. I actually want to get short this thing. Okay, so why am I getting short this thing? Because I said around 92,000 has been a big resistance level. If it busts through, it's not going to bust through by much. So I'm happy to short this. So I just initiated a short level at around 91,900 because that's as good as I'm ever going to get a price, and see if I could resolve this back down at 813. And if it doesn't, I'll get larger above 92,000. I'll be happy to resolve this trade there. So you're getting a good feel for how you can want to think about this, how you want to use your indicators, and how, most importantly, how you want to use the flash trader to totally help you manage this thing. What I'm doing is, in order to make it very, very simple and easy, is because I need to go quickly from one level to the next. I just simply have the same chart, but different sizes on 2 charts. That way, if one chart doesn't work, I can always make it work on the second chart and then reset my sizes on the original chart. Just keep it going this way, right? We're targeting 813 on Bitcoin. We'll see if it will fall. But the thesis here is that the 92,000 is a big resist level. Bitcoin's had obviously a huge run. It's running into a little bit of a resistance level here. I'm happy to short it forever at these levels. 38, 40 points in my favor, but I need to see, remember, with Bitcoin, I have to overcome huge spreads, huge volatility, huge everything. So you are, on the other hand, when it works your way, it goes pretty quickly your way in your direction, right? You see how it goes, it goes in your way pretty quickly. but I'm still, still quite. I need 813 on the offer, which is 790. So we'll see if we get there. But you get the idea, right? I mean, like, that's the cool part. The cool part is it's just totally, even if it's small size, it's totally fun to do this. And frankly, I did it yesterday in Asia for like an hour. It was great. I did it over the weekend. The good thing with Bitcoin, you can trade it over the weekend. You can, yes, it's a crazy instrument, but if you trade it properly, here we go. We're almost at 60, 70. Let me see how much I can get that. 828, 830. It looks closer on the charts than it does on the prices. So I'm 813 offer, which is still a little bit away. But as I said, by the way, actually, see, I have like a 90 target on here. I can actually make it even if I wanted to make it 88 target really quickly. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, no, stop loss. No. I fucked this up. Sorry. I put a stop loss. I accidentally hit the stop loss. You see, by the way, how quickly I can change my stops and targets. This is, this may come back up to break even for us, which is fine. We'll stay patient with this, with this trade. But do you see how the tool makes it so much easier for you to scalp, because you can adjust everything instantly, just literally with a click of a mouse. You just, you put your prices in there and it totally adjusts it. That's the beauty of it. And it's all, I gave you the link to Flash Trader to do this. Oh, by the way, look at gold. We can go back to gold. You see, gold now is like, so I'm going to close the gold trade just to show you. And I'm up $41 in gold. Since I started trading with you guys this morning, I'm up $41 in gold, just without any effort. Like, you see how easy it was with gold? It was like really 1-2 cycle, 1-2 cycle, 1-2 cycle, and we sort of resolved it. And now we can go back to Bitcoin, see if we can get that trade going. You know what? I'm going to take the Bitcoin trade at around 50 points profit, just because our time is running out. I wanted to just kind of give you my first session. So just, to run you through, we had basically 3 winning cycles in gold, one of which I kind of butchered. It should have been a $60 win in gold with literally no heat. I mean, like, you would never more than $10 in losses. And if you just wanted to trade gold all day long, any day, I'll do it with you all the time. And then for fun, for shits and giggles, we had a lot of fun with Bitcoin, which, took us up and down the staircase. But in the end of it, I think we had 4 resolved trades on Bitcoin. And, it offers yet another opportunity, for you guys to make money. So overall, if if 4 times 10 is $40 there, and there's $40 in gold, should have been 60 in gold, should have been about 80 in Bitcoin. Those are the perfect numbers. You'd have been plus 100 in about an hour. That's how it works. Hope you guys like that approach, because I think it's super effective for your own accounts. As I said, you want everything. You want the tools. You want the indicator. You want all the stuff, so you can come trade with me every single day. The Flash Trader is free for about 30 days, but then after that, you need to open an account with ACAP, or you want you can open an account right now, and I'll give you the full lifetime version of it if you want it. Let me give you the link to ACAP again. Any final questions for the day today? Did you guys like the session? Yes or no? Was it fun to trade with me? I know you probably guys want to trade a little bit of indices, but we can weave indices a little bit later. I just think that Bitcoin right now is the big mover, so it's a lot more fun to trade Bitcoin as a trade. Karen, hey Karen, how are you? Yes. So everybody come back tomorrow. Everybody come trade with me. Bring all your friends. Bring literally, anybody who who wants to trade, or somebody who wants to get into trading. Yeah, it's fun to trade Bitcoin, right? We'll definitely do it a lot more tomorrow, a lot better. I'm telling you, I was just, I got a little bit, because I was trying to explain the stuff. First day, you're always going to fuck up a lot of times. I'm going to be a lot better in Bitcoin tomorrow. But overall, I hope you guys really like it. And let me know. And if you want everything, just get an account with ACAP. Initial account, even starting account, I'll give you all of the tools and all of the setups you need to make it really viable. Super cool. Super cool. All right, guys. I see everybody tomorrow, same time, 4 o'clock New York, 9 o'clock London. We're going to get hard into Bitcoin. We're going to get hard into gold. And then maybe as the week goes by, we'll get into NASDAQ as well. All right. Everybody enjoy. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see everybody. After the New York Open in just a few hours for futures trading. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.